After a decade of reviewing automobiles such as I have, you tend to be one of two things: either a generalist in that you've reviewed everything and all kinds of vehicles, or a specialist and you get to be known as someone who sticks to a certain type of vehicle. I tend to be in the latter half of that, where I've generally over the years been known as the green car, the EV guy, or the family-friendly specialist. Well, this week we're kind of going to the other side of things, I guess, to see what it's like at the other end. We're looking at a vehicle that I wouldn't normally review, but one I'm still excited to nonetheless. We've got something here that really is a signature halo vehicle. On this week's review, I'm taking a look at the 2021 Mercedes-Benz GLE63 AMG Coupe. When you take a look at the exterior of this Mercedes GLE63 AMG Coupe, you'll quickly realize there really is nothing else visually like it in Mercedes lineup, or really out there. It really has a completely distinctive look. Now, the Coupe is only available in the AMG. You cannot get a GLE, the truck version, in the Coupe. It's just an AMG exclusive. And the most distinguishing visual features, of course, the slanted, sloped, almost fastback kind of exterior on the behind and the roof. This is something that fans are either going to love or hate. There probably is no middle ground in between. Personally, for the distinctiveness, I really think it's pretty good. I like the look of it. But overall, this exterior design is just so substantive and powerful. Obviously, on the front end, you see the traditional AMG grille. It is very much a showpiece item. The wheels on this thing are just massive. You get 22-inch wheels. They're 285 on the front, and these big, beefy 325s on the back. But you know what? When you've got a performance-oriented SUV like this, you need vehicle tires of that substance to really handle as you can. On the back here, you've got your quad tailpipes, but as with all AMG, they're cosmetic because the real tailpipes are underneath. But hey, it looks good. I just think the overall appearance of this exterior is really attractive. It is substantial. It gets noticed. And if you're spending the kind of money you are with this vehicle, that's what you want to have happen. As with all AMG engines, they are custom handmade and done by one person. And in this case, this 4-liter biturbo V8 that puts out a remarkable 603 horsepower, 627 pound-feet of torque was made by Peter Heblich. So Peter, Dankeschön. Thanks so much. So I have my son, Matthew, here, who is a big supercar fan. Matthew, you have been wanting to be in this vehicle for a while, right?
Pretty much. Okay,
so we've got this engine. You've not had a chance to experience the launch, right?
Not really.
Okay, but you know about the engine?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this is a biturbo V8, and how many horsepower?
603.
603. And how many pound-feet of torque?
627.
627. And 0 to 100 kilometers?
3.7.
3.7 is 0 to 60 miles. 3.8 would be 100 kilometers. We're metric and imperial. I guess you want to try it?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so here we go. Shall we give it a go?
All right.
All right, well, let's get it going here. We are going to be... Why don't you give me a countdown?
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my god. Holy crap. Oh my god.
How was that?
That was insane. I was not prepared for that.
Well, there we go.
I've been in a C8. That was my fastest other than this, but oh my god.
That's fun. All right. So this is obviously a very powerful vehicle, but I guess one of the reasons why I could justify giving it a test this week is it does have a very mild form of a hybrid system. I really mean mild. It is actually more of an e-assist kind of feature, but what they have is what they call an EQ boost. There's a 48-volt onboard electric system that offers basically a bit of a starter generator capacity. So it will assist with startup, and especially coming off from a full stop. And it also, at various times, depending upon the need, can offer an additional 21 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. It's not always available, but it is available at the right time, and it will assist with overall fuel consumption. You also have, with this, cylinder deactivation. So this will, when you have it in comfort mode, you do have the ability to, it will detect when there's not enough need for propulsion, so it will close 4 of the cylinders and you operate on 4 instead of 8. And again, that will go towards helping the overall fuel economy. With this new GLE63 for 2021, the center screen is actually a touchscreen. It's not normally that way. You normally have to rely upon the center sort of slide pad and your hand control. The one thing about this new 2021 GLE AMG, the Coupe, is there are multiple ways that you can actually control things. You have the ability with a touchpad, using a touchscreen. You can use, obviously, the hand controls. There are specific selectors for exhaust and your dynamics, driving dynamics, manual auto. You have them on your wheel. I think it sometimes is a bit too much. I mean, I guess everyone has a preference, but I think it almost seems like sometimes I didn't know which one I would want to choose, and it can, over time, I'd imagine you'd get to have a preference. But that's one thing I noticed. It's a good thing to have a lot of options, but sometimes maybe too many. The seats in here are very supportive. They have great lateral support. I mean, you'd want that for a vehicle such as this. They are full Napa leather, thigh extender. It's great. The controls, of course, as with all Mercedes, are on the door. A little bit of sometimes a little bit of getting used to. The interior, I mean, it's not so much an issue in daytime. For nighttime driving, the ambient lighting is highly advanced. There are many different combinations. There are hundreds of colors. You could have it static. You can have it programmable. You can have it vary. So if you like to sort of change up the mood, the ambient lighting here does the job overall. The Mercedes voice activation technology is highly advanced. It's their MBUX, or Mercedes-Benz User Interface or User Exchange, and it has a lot of well-advanced voice controls, which you simply activate by saying, hey, and the brand name. So right now it's a little bit warm in here, so I could simply say, hey, Mercedes.
How can I help?
I'm warm.
I'm reducing the temperature on the driver's side to 17.5 degrees.
So it's adjusted that I can do that driving. I can also ask it to get my massage going. So I'm actually going to turn it down here because it's quite windy. Hey, Mercedes.
How may I help you?
Can you activate my driver massage, please?
I'm switching on the massage on the driver's seat.
It works. I like it. But there's a lot of things it can do. Very active in terms of AI, artificial intelligence, and it's highly sophisticated. One of the more sophisticated systems I've seen. The overall drive experience of this GLE63, I mean, the AMG it's just so much power and fun. It is definitely a halo kind of vehicle. The drawback, of course, is that there are very few times when you can really let it rip as this vehicle wants. I mean, you know, safely on roads, obviously at the track. It's almost unfortunate. There's just so much under this vehicle waiting to let go, but so few opportunities to do it, at least safely and legally, which we have to pay attention to. This 2021 Mercedes-Benz GLE63 AMG Coupe is a beast. But I say that with endearment. This really was a remarkable vehicle to drive around for a week. The performance of this, with its rapid acceleration, with its growling biturbo V8, I definitely see the appeal to it. And again, I mentioned off the top, this is not my typical review. I am more of a family-friendly vehicle or an eco-friendly vehicle reviewer, so this was definitely a departure, but I can see how a vehicle like this would be aspirational. And the interior, the luxury appointments, the remarkable technology you're seeing with all the enhancements, this really is a vehicle. It's not 135,000 Canadian, 152 with upgrades just because of the engine. It's really a complete luxury package. And I guess if I'm going to put on my eco-friendly hat just for a moment, I guess I could say that as much as I enjoyed this, I do know that on the electrified side of things, you can mimic the same kind of performance. You can even better it in some cases. And the interiors of electrified vehicles can certainly be as luxurious and advanced as this one is here. And I know Mercedes is working towards developing that and having spectacular electrified vehicles that mimic this AMG as well. So as much as I enjoyed this, and look, if someone gives you a chance to say, hey, review this and take it for a week, you take it. It's good for a week. And beyond that, well, I look forward to a day when we can see all of this, all of the attributes, all the luxury, all the performance in a battery electric, and then I'll probably be remarkably happy to try it once again. Well, that's it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Eric Novak. Thanks for watching. There's plenty of ways for you to keep connected with me, so check out some of my social media links, suggested videos, and I'd really love it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel.